started, that you were
Hi, guys.
playing.
How are you?
Hi, Carlos. Thank you.
Here's some fresh coffee.
Thank you very much.
And this you want something in, I have that.
Thank you.
You want cream?
After
Yeah,
3 o'clock, cream is great.
Okay.
Anyway, as I admired your relationship with CertainTeed, that you've been a loyal customer of theirs and putting a lot of CertainTeed products on people's house. Tell us a little why that you've chosen to use CertainTeed products on the house.
You know, so when I first got in business, and I can't believe it's 22 years ago, how time flies, one of the things that happens is, you know, you have to try to get some work, and you don't really have your business philosophy down. And so I think that I'm trying to get the cheapest product that I can so that I can save some people money. And that's my thought process, because I'm naive to the business. And then as I start going through, thank you, Carlos, thank you very much. When you start going through this, you start looking and you go, wow, you know, you're installing the product, and then you're like, this doesn't seem like it's the best product. And so you start doing some more research, and you look and you go, okay, CertainTeed maybe a couple dollars more per square, and then you look and you say, this is a really nice product, and you do more research, and you do more research, and then you find out it's not about delivering the cheapest product, it's about giving the most quality added, and putting together a process, and that working a process together so that you feel comfortable. So when you're giving a warranty for 30 years, or a 10-year labor warranty, or a 5-year labor warranty, 30-year shingle, 40-year lifetime, that you feel that you have the best product on there. And it was a natural fit. It came early on in Kusiak Construction, and CertainTeed rose to the top, and we have refined using CertainTeed ever since.
I'd like to just ask you a little bit about who is CertainTeed and what kind of products they offer us and our customers, as us being complete home improvement contractors.
Sure. So CertainTeed is a company that is, they have building products, and roofing, siding, trim is one of the, and also insulation, the top products that they make. And when you do some research, if you look at CertainTeed, and I've been doing research for a long time with CertainTeed, their parent company is Saint-Gobain, which is 350 years old. And that's correct, 350. Older, they were a company prior to the United States being the United States of America. Now, CertainTeed is the new kid on the block at Saint-Gobain. They're over 100 years old. So one of the things that when I was doing this is my 22nd year, and our 22nd year, Kusiak Construction. And when you first start out, you're kind of learning about products, and you're learning about manufacturers. And when you first start out, you're trying to maybe bring the job in at the cheapest because you're learning and you're getting your footing. And as I started doing more and more research, I realized that it's most important to give a quality product and a quality job to your customer. And the more and more research that we did, we decided to go with CertainTeed. We've been with them for 21 years, and we've continued to grow with them, and I couldn't be happier. They're a great company to work with, and I've learned in the 22 years that I've been in business that you're only as good as the product that you put out. I think that it's now more than ever, as we unfortunately deal in this world of inflation, and it appears that energy costs will be going up coming into this winter season, that we need to make sure that our homes are put together and deal with the harsh reality of Northwest Indiana. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 different seasons in a couple-day period, and some pretty aggressive swing changes in temperature, that you need to make sure that we have the proper amount of insulation, proper amount of ventilation, and those are things that we can work with when we do siding, when we do roofing, when we do insulation, when we're looking at people's gutters, their fascia soffit. It all works together, and that's why we feel very comfortable that we use CertainTeed and all the different products that they have.
Being a roofer, people think that you just do the roofing, but us being full service remodelers, we're not only looking at the roofing situation, but we're looking at attic ventilation and insulation. Can you talk a little bit about some of the products that are related to roofing that people might not think about?
I'd love to. In fact, it's getting to the point where it's very difficult to give a thorough roof estimate without getting in an attic. Before 20 years ago, that wasn't the case. 20 years ago, if you tore a roof off and the house had 3 vents, you put 3 vents back on. And things have continued to move forward in building, and we learn more, and ventilation and insulation is so important. And all those come into play with the roofing system that you pick out. And one of the reasons why we've chosen CertainTeed, and we continue to use CertainTeed, is that they have a full system. They have a system of starter shingle. They have under-layment. They have the shingles themselves. They have the tip and ridge. They have the ridge vent. And then if you go inside the attic, they have blown-in insulation. So we could take care of all that with using one manufacturer. And what we know is that it's all high-quality product. And all those working together is a roofing system. It's not a roof job anymore. It's a roofing system. And you have to take a look at all those. Ventilation and insulation is something that's become really key. High energy costs that fluctuate, but I think they're going to be on the high side coming into this winter. We definitely want to make sure that we're properly insulated and ventilated. The other thing that was been noting, a lot of times as people buy and sell homes, these inspections are becoming more and more thorough. And one of the things that we're seeing is what's going on with your bathroom vents. In the old days, they used to vent those sometimes into the attic, or sometimes they would just put them in the soffit. That's completely the wrong way to do it. We make sure that we use the Brown vents so that those are going to the atmosphere. All that together is an effort to make sure that you get the proper amount of years out of your shingle and out of your roofing process, but that your home is actually working the way that it was engineered and designed to work. Certifications matter, and you have to know what a certification is. And there are several certifications that we've attained, and it was a goal. And in 2010, we became Shingle Masters, and we're Shingle Wizards as well. And there's different certifications that allows us to offer warranties. And I can't spend enough time talking about warranties. And everyone thinks because they're under warranty that everything's covered. That very rarely is that the case. I mean, the devil is in the details when it comes to warranty. CertainTeed has a great warranty, and being a Shingle Master allows us to offer certain warranties that the average company can't offer. And one of the reasons that we can do that is CertainTeed as a manufacturer has to have faith that we're going to install their product the way that it is meant to be installed and engineered to be installed. And also, it's a working relationship that we have with them, that we meet with them routinely. We have professional roofers advisory council meetings that we do. We have different seminars, and we're always being brought up to speed on things that are changing, and things are always changing. In the 22 years that I've owned a company, the way we operate is vastly different than we did 22 years ago. So staying with a company that is cutting edge, that stands behind their products, and has been around for 100 plus years, I couldn't be happier offering it to it, and it's one of the reasons why 99% of what we do is CertainTeed, and when we do a job that is both roofing and siding, we're happy to put that on. Insurance is an enormous issue that when you're picking a contractor of your choice. A lot of people can say they're licensed, bonded, and insured. What does that truly mean? And again, it never is a big issue until something happens. And then when it happens, it's too late to change things. So when we come out at Kusiak Construction, we want to make sure that we're licensed in the community that we're working in the county that we're working in. We want to make sure that we have workers' compensation in case one of our workers were to get hurt on a job, which unfortunately happens from time to time. That's an expense that our workers' comp takes care of. If something were to get damaged on your property, unfortunately, that happens from time to time, because we are moving a lot of weight and materials and things happen, that's covered by our general liability insurance. And that's not all the same. The limits that some have per occurrence is different, and also some of the games that get played in the industry with people trying to work under different people's insurance or not having the proper insurance. All that work gets worked out in a court system, and you don't have to worry about that at Kusiak Construction, because if something were to happen during that, it is Kusiak Construction's responsibility, and we're properly insured not only from workers' comp and also a general liability standpoint. I mentioned that they've been around for 100 years. We have experienced, Bob, in our lifetime, where one of the larger manufacturers of shingles had a major problem and it knocked them out of business. And at that point, it didn't matter what warranty you had, any type of paper warranty, they were out of business. CertainTeed's the type of company, if they have a hiccup, they're large enough and they offer enough products that they're not going to go out of business. And that's important, because warranty with a company that's out of business means nothing. So warranties matter, quality of material matters, and at Kusiak Construction, we've decided that CertainTeed's going to be our partner on the dance floor, and we're happy to dance every time we go out on a song. There's two things that people want in their roof. One is they want the material put on properly so that they don't have to worry about any leaks or anything like that. And then they want it to look nice. It should complement your home. If you're doing something with roofing that sometimes is once every 30 years, when you pull on a driveway, you want it to complement your home. So they have a great selection of colors. They have a great selection of styles. As we like to do, just like in the Olympics, we like to go gold, silver, and bronze. All three of those are great products. And we have different price points and different products that we can put on that will complement your home.
Where can they get more information about what we're talking about right now?
Obviously, our site, KusiakConstruction.com. It's always good to go ahead and do some of that legwork prior to giving us a call. And as customers, have a list of questions ready for us when they come on out. We love answering those questions. We love working with customers that have taken some time and have done a little bit of research. We find that we align ourselves, Kusiak Construction's aligned with customers that are enthusiastic about the project that they're doing. They've done some research, and if not, we're there for you. We're the ones that brings that information. Projects are just as much about education and answering questions as it is about hammering nails.
Yeah. Visiting people on the job site gives us the first-hand knowledge to see what their particular needs and the condition of their building, but also it's really nice that we have a remodeling planning center where they can look at larger samples and see different products put together, so that you're not just picking a roof, but you can look at siding and doors and windows and other products that we do as well.
I said earlier that the business changes, and people used to call these things showrooms, and people would come in, and now we have a planning center, because it's much more than just looking at materials. You need to plan your project. Many times a project may be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Yeah, I'm a homeowner as well, and you start from the top. We start with the roof, and we have customers where we said, okay, we're doing the roof, and we know in a couple years there's going to be money in the budget for your face softening gutters, then maybe your siding, then your windows. So understanding that and planning it out, we can have you in and show you all the information, show you the actual product that we're putting on, and then we have all the proper literature that can answer any questions, or we can give to you where you can go home and do a little bit of homework and do some of that soul searching of what you want your home to look like. And we're real excited when people come by. We've invested at Kusiak Construction in our planning center, and we love people to come by at any time. And again, that's 1235 Summer Street at Kusiak Construction, and we'd love to have you up and see our planning center.